Hey, have you ever noticed that weird little bit of, well, magic that happens on the internet? You know what I'm talking about. You go to a brand new website and it takes a few seconds to load up, but then when you go back, maybe just a minute later, bam, it just snaps onto the screen almost instantly. So, what's going on there?
It's a really good question, isn't it? Because we've all felt it. It's like your computer suddenly has this special VIP connection just to that one site. So, is it some kind of internet magic? A glitch in the matrix? Or is there something else going on? A secret working behind the scenes?
Well, the answer isn't magic, but it is something way more clever. It's actually a shortcut, a deliberately designed shortcut that makes the entire internet feel so much faster and more responsive. And honestly, it's one of the most important and most invisible technologies powering the web we use every single day. Okay, so that shortcut, it has a name. It's called caching. It sounds technical, but it's a really simple idea with a totally massive impact. So let's break it down. What exactly is a cache and how in the world does it create this incredible speed boost we're all experiencing? At its heart, a cache is just a temporary storage space. That's it. Its whole job is to save copies of things, files, images, bits of data, so that your computer doesn't have to go and get them from the original source every single time. It's all about being lazy in a smart way, avoiding repetitive work. Look, if that formal definition sounds a little dry, here's the easiest way to think about it. The cache is basically your computer's short-term memory for the web. It just remembers what it's already seen, so it can show it to you again, instantly, without any delay. Okay, to really get the power of this, let's look at the two very different journeys your browser takes to get to a website, because that first trip, it's completely different from every single visit that comes after it. So, on your very first visit, your browser is taking the scenic route, the long road. It has to download everything from scratch. The HTML for the structure, the CSS for the styles, every single image and script. And it's pulling all that from a server that might be halfway across the world. But your next visit? Phew! It takes the shortcut. It just grabs most of those files right from the local cache on your machine. It's like going to the next room instead of flying to another country. A much shorter trip. But here's where it gets really interesting. Caching isn't just this one little thing happening on your computer. Nope. To make the internet really fast, it's gotta be a team effort. You've got different caches all working together at different levels. Yeah, think of it like a layered system of shortcuts. They're all working together with one goal: get that website content to you as fast as humanly and technically possible. So let's meet the three main players on this team. All right, first up, we have the browser cache. This is the one we've mostly been talking about. It lives right there on your device, your computer, your phone. It's like your own personal, local library for the web. It saves all the common stuff, the logos, the fonts, the background images, so you don't have to download them again and again and again. Okay, next, let's zoom out to the network level. This is the CDN, which stands for Content Delivery Network. This is a game changer. It's basically a whole global network of servers that's designed to solve one big problem: distance. See, instead of everyone on Earth trying to get a website from one server in, say, California, a CDN puts copies of that website in servers all over the world. So if you're in Germany, you get the data from a server in Frankfurt, not California. That cuts the travel time down like a lot. And finally, we have level 3, the server-side cache. This one helps the website itself do less work. Okay, imagine a super busy online store. Every time someone looks at the most popular product, the server has to go dig through its huge database to find the price, the description, the pictures. That's a lot of work. But with a server-side cache, it does that work once, saves the final result, and then it can just hand that pre-made page to thousands of other people instantly. No extra work needed. So there you have it. You've got these three layers: the browser cache on your machine, the CDN spread across the globe, and the server-side cache, helping the website itself. They're all working together. But what does that actually mean for us? Let's talk about how all this teamwork creates the super fast, super seamless experience we've all come to expect. I mean, the benefits are just huge. For us, the users, it's pretty obvious. Blazing speed, which just makes for a way better experience. But for the websites themselves, that speed comes from greater efficiency. Their servers don't have to work as hard. And that efficiency leads to massive scalability. It's how they can serve millions of people all at once without just breaking. Just think about scrolling through YouTube. You're flicking down the page, and hundreds of video thumbnails just pop up instantly, right? That's your browser cache doing the heavy lifting. It already has those images and the basic site layout saved. All it needs to grab is the new video titles and stuff. Or how about Amazon? You search for something popular and the results are there in a flash. That's a perfect example of server-side caching. Amazon servers have already remembered the results for those common searches. They aren't digging through their entire massive database every single time you hit enter. And then you've got a site like Twitter. For them, caching is not just nice, it's absolutely essential. It caches your feed, it caches the trending topics. That's the only way the platform can handle millions of people all scrolling and refreshing at the exact same moment, without the whole thing just grinding to a halt. It's literally the secret to how they can operate at that scale. So it all sounds pretty perfect, right? A system of shortcuts that just makes everything faster. But like any shortcut, there's a catch. There's always a trade-off. And this is one that has to be managed really, really carefully. Okay, here's the fundamental trade-off. The pro? You get that incredible speed and that super smooth experience we've been talking about. But the con? Because you're looking at a saved copy, you might be seeing old, outdated information. And that's exactly why sometimes you have to do a hard refresh or clear your cache. You're telling your browser, hey, ignore the shortcut for a minute. I need you to take the long road and go get the absolute freshest version of this page. Figuring out when to do that automatically, well, that's a huge challenge in web development called cache invalidation. So the next time you're amazed at how fast your favorite website loads, you'll know the secret. It's not magic, it's this incredibly smart multi-layered system of shortcuts. And that leaves us with one last thing to think about. If the cache is just a shortcut pointing to a destination, what happens when that destination moves or changes? How does the shortcut ever know it's now pointing to the wrong place? Answering that question, well, that's the core challenge of caching, and it's the key to making sure our fast internet is also an accurate one.